somehow this little plug-and-play TV classic Namco arcade device kind of feels shoddy. The reset switch, you just hold it in. Like you press it and it resets it, but you hold it in, it just goes this weird kind of CGA pink, kind of weird. But you let go and you can play. So just don't hold it in, guys.
Yeah. If you're having trouble, just, like, think about whether or not you're pressing the reset button.
Yeah.
If you're holding it in, that might be the issue.
Could be.
Yeah.
So this is by, these are ported to a controller device with a composite output by Jack's Pacific, and HotGen had something to do with it too. I don't know what that is.
No, that's the name of the UI.
Oh.
That's the interface that was developed for this.
It's not HotGen. Come on, it's HotGen. God.
Okay.
Learn your one-time use plug-and-play TV gaming device UIs. It's really cool. I think it's the only way to really authentically feel like you're playing these arcade games. Like without, you know, blowing a shit ton of money on a big arcade machine that plays multiple games.
Or emulating with an arcade stick.
Yeah, if you're a turd.
Yeah, if you're a turd.
This is the closest we can play to actually having it, right? Because we don't really emulate anything. This is as close as we can get.
I know, using our methods.
This is this is an official Namco product, right? So being a Namco product, this is, as far as I'm concerned, the real release of these games. As far as I can tell, this is the arcade version of Pac-Man, Galaxian, Rally X, Dig Dug, and Bosconian. Rally X clearly being the best. I was never a big fan of Pac-Man, but in lieu of Pac-Man being in Smash Bros, let's try it out.
For the first time, I could finally get to see what the big deal is.
Have you ever played Pac-Man, my son?
No.
Well, watch me do it. It's almost as much fun as playing.
Fuck, this sucks.
I know.
What is this garbage?
Is this the first instance of a video game character eating endlessly?
I don't know, but it's kind of a winning formula, I've noticed.
It is.
Just having people eat a lot, or just collect a lot of objects, is, it's like, it's kind of the same idea with Kirby and
Mario to some extent, because he eats mushrooms.
Mario collects coins.
Yeah, but he eats
It's
mushrooms.
kind of the same.
Talking about eating food.
Yeah.
Like I kind of imagine like he's eating this clearly. He's not collecting these. Pac-Man's clearly eating these
Mario
things.
eats mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's just like it's just eating is sort of a instantly relatable and primal urge that everyone has.
Pleases everyone.
Yeah.
It's I think it's like you really the visual language of this game is so easy to understand. I think anyone from any walk of life at any age could instantly understand what to do. Right? Because eventually they're going to randomly run into the power pellet, right? Or whatever it's called. And they're going to, you know, see that these guys turn blue.
The ghosts are blue and they look scared now.
Yeah, that's right. So,
you know, I could probably run into them now that they're running away from me.
And they go, you see their eyes go back to jail. Right? And then they come out eventually. And when they come out, they have colors again.
Yeah.
So, you know, instantly you know what to do.
Sometimes a fruit appears in the middle. You know, it's a fruit. So it's probably good.
You probably eat that.
Probably not an enemy of fruit.
You do eat it. And randomly, eventually, you're going to randomly just figure out that once all the dots are gone, the stage ends.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're eating the dots. You're constantly munching, and there are dots all throughout the stage.
Well, actually, when you start off, every possible space is filled with dots.
Yeah.
So you can't not figure it out.
And when you start moving, like the instant you start moving, you start eating dots. So you know that's what you're going to be doing for the rest of the game.
I have noticed, I don't know if this appears in the original arcade version. I think it does, because I think this might be a straight port. But the arcade version and this, there's the odd glitch where you can walk straight through a ghost. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm not sure what exactly triggers that. It does happen sometimes. The ghost is not blue, and you walk right through him.
I don't really get the hitboxes. I don't think this game has hitboxes, because sometimes you can
I know,
I find I'm always going around like a corner or something, and a ghost just goes right through me.
Yeah,
if I'm going at just the right angle,
yeah.
it doesn't even detect anything.
I can nudge right... I can get so close to them sometimes.
Yeah.
And then other times, I actually can go through them on a straightaway.
I think you do have to be inside them.
I've gone right through them before, I don't know how. Another thing that's interesting is they're just slightly faster than you when they're going after you. So
yeah.
It necessitates strategy with where you're going.
And slightly slower when they're scared.
So...
See, it would be frustrating and probably unplayable if the ghosts move faster than you when they're scared. They're seemingly small things, but if the ghosts were difficult to eat when you have a power pellet, then they'd be the game would be just less enjoyable by default.
There would be less, like, there's only 4 power pellets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go out of your way to get them.
Yeah.
So that's the risk, but the reward is the fact that they're going slow. If they were still the same speed when they were scared, there'd be no real reason to risk it and go get a pellet, go get a power pellet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wouldn't be worth it, so you wouldn't be doing it. But now that it's there, it completely changes the whole scheme of the game, because that's the only thing that makes the enemies weak to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no other way to eat them.
Another thing I like about it is the maze. Like, there is a maze, which requires some planning and thinking ahead to move through, but it's so simple that it's not too harsh on the player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's always there's always a way to get to any point from any other point. Like, they could have designed it like a point A to point B maze, and that would just be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Or something in between, and it would just be more frustrating and less harder to play for a long period of time.
And you even get a funny little cutscene that explains exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is that to remove any possibility of a dead end, you can do this. Whoop.
Yeah.
And go through the other side. So
yeah.
You really don't have any excuse. Like, the maze is perfectly designed to allow you to, eat pellets.
Mm-hmm.
The ghosts also start flashing when they're about to change, too. So,
yeah.
You can't call bullshit on that.
Yeah, exactly. And eating, like, more ghosts when you get a power pellet before they run out gives you more points, like, progressively. And I think this might have been the first game to do that, I'm not sure. But it's kind of a staple of arcade games since then. Just doing more with what you have gets you, like, exponentially more points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I highly recommend the Pac-Man Championship Edition.
Oh yeah.
The new one. That's really cool.
Yeah, it
actually feels like it builds on what makes Pac-Man good.
Uh-huh.
Instead of most games that are remakes of classic arcade games where it's just a port that looks better. Pac-Man Championship Edition, DX, and all the other iterations of it actually feel like they're taking what made Pac-Man initially good and developing on it to the point where it feels like a completely different game, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Like, something that the Smash Brothers reveal actually made me think about is, every failure in Pac-Man's history has been the result of him, them trying to make a character out of Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But really, he's not a character. He's not like Mario, where you can just, like, put new levels in his game and make it, like, a new Mario game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Pac-Man's just the game. Like, there was no thought put into his character design. It's not like it was a priority at all. He's just a mascot for Pac-Man the game. So if you want to reboot Pac-Man, you reboot the game and pay no attention to the character.
That's exactly why Pac-Man Championship Edition worked so well.
Yeah.
It's such a good game.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with Pac-Man. Like, it's just... You're still playing as Pac-Man. Mm-hmm. You're playing as the Pac-Man symbol. And what you're doing is you're experiencing much tougher situations, at way faster speeds, with much better visual reward.
Yeah.
'Cause that's very important, as we've already stated at the beginning of this video.
It modernizes it in a way that, like, it's modern in the sense that, like, Dance Dance Revolution and those rhythm games work. Like, they're games first and everything else later.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than, like, the reboot Pac-Man World, where it just changes it and kind of makes reference to the original game.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have the ability to, slow things down in the middle of gameplay and speed things up as we please, and
Just make chains of like 50 ghosts in front of you to get insane scores.
Yeah, why not?
And visual cues to tell you that you're doing good in Championship Edition. That's so pleasing to the eye.
And we can change the maze on the fly. That's what they do too.
Yeah.
And just maybe don't fill the stage with pellets. Just have pellets on one half that have to be collected before you can go back to the other half and change it. So you can just play forever.
Oh yeah.
And then they make it a time trial sort of thing,
to me,
which is a more modern sort of arcade game.
I think to myself that maybe what they were trying to do when they made that remake is they were just saying what did the original developers want to do, or what would they do on better hardware?
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's exactly what it delivers. It's the exact same experience, but it's changing on the fly. How could that be? How could that not be in the dreams of the original developers? That probably absolutely would. Right? That's probably what they were thinking about.
Yeah.
And now someone's came along and done it.
I know.
It's on Steam. If you want to try it, it's probably really cheap right now.
Like, since
it's on the PlayStation Network, it's on everything.
Since the second arcade game with Pac-Man in it, they've been trying weird shit like Pac-Man Pac-Land.
I know, I remember that.
It's just like an adventure game.
I know.
It's completely different. I mean, I'm okay with them doing something different, but geez, if you want to expand on Pac-Man, like, just make the game better with the build it around the original idea.
Yeah, it really feels like the first time that I wouldn't have a hard time calling a new Pac-Man game Pac-Man 2.
Yeah.
It really feels just like the new Pac-Man. It's pretty nuts.
And Pac-Man's a pretty shitty character. You can't do much with him other than turn him into a ball.
That's why in Smash Bros. He just does things from other Namco games.
Yeah,
he's the Namco representative.
Yeah, he makes references to other Namco games, because really, Pac-Man is more like a mascot to Namco than Mario is to Nintendo, because he doesn't really have his own image, really.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, they keep changing it. They came up with that new design recently that everybody hates.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of a bad mascot too, because when you try to update a design, then it's not a symbol anymore. It makes it moldable and adjustable to like the market it's aimed at, and that's not really a mascot.
I know. It's happened with Sonic like crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Like, he's the poster boy for changing your mascot.
I don't even see Sonic as a mascot anymore.
No, it's just a weird character for Sega. I think Sega in general thinks that too, because they don't really seem to push him that much.
Yeah, I know.
It's just kind of Sega now as a publishing company. It used to be a real mascot, but they kept changing it until people's idea of it was no longer constant. And then that was the problem. See, it's constant for Mario, because apart from having his coveralls turn blue from red originally, absolutely nothing has changed.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the exact same character.
Well, and even then, that's just a logical change, because he used to be a guy with a blue shirt and red pants.
Yeah.
No plumber wore red pants.
And also, you had to get across the idea that he was red with a really small sprite.
Yeah.
And World was really the first time where they had the resolution required to actually make him look like he was wearing blue pants. So, post-World, when I say World, I mean Super Mario World. Post-World Mario has been virtually perfectly constant.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my favorite Pac-Man is the circle with the slice in it. I think that I could say that for everybody.
Yeah.
It's just a symbol that represents the game, because when you see a circle with a slice in it, you think, hey, that looks like Pac-Man.
Or hey, that looks like pizza.
Yeah, you don't have to look. Yeah, well, it could be a pizza, and I mean, if you saw a pizza with a slice taken out of it, and you said, "Hey, that looks like pizza,"
you ate some of
people
my
would
pizza.
give you, people would give you funny looks. Hey, you ate some of the pizza.
Yeah.
Now it looks like pizza. Congratulations.
Next time, you know how at takeout pizza places and delivery pizza places, you can make special orders for what you want on the pizza, and sometimes people ask for slicing designs. If you just ask for a pizza and want a shape like Pac-Man, would they just have to make a pizza and then just eat a slice?
Yeah.
Because you can't throw it out. I don't know what. Make it shaped like Pac-Man. I want a full pizza, but one slice less. Okay.
Can
I get a discount on that?
You can buy the pizza and take out the slice yourself.
No.
No. I want it shipped as Pac-Man. It's not a Pac-Man pizza if the slice isn't already out.
It's gonna be all cheese.
It's not a pizza till it comes out of the oven.
No, it's a pizza as soon as you start making the dough.
It took me so long to realize that was an analogy for
abortion.
Like it was in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And like that was a joke. It was an analogy for abortion, like controversy. And like when I realized that, it's hilarious. But it's like so subtle. I mean, it's a funny enough joke on its own. That's what makes it genius.
Yep. And that's Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's Pac-Man. Who cares?
Go try the new Pac-Man. Go get the new Pac-Man game, Pac-Man Championship Edition. I'm serious.
Yeah, serious.
It's probably really cheap to download right now. And there's also Galaxian. I'll be honest, I hate Galaxian.
Yeah, Galaxian.
I don't know why anyone. I think it's one of those things that Namco just said, "Oh my God, finally, we made this game again." So they just pushed it like crazy. Because they were like, well, we need it. It's like Sony and Uncharted.
But Galaga's better anyway.
I know. So it's just like, well, here we made a game. We gotta force it until people think they like it.
Play it. Do it.
And it's got a weird little dolphin behind the logo. You ever think that was a dolphin?
No.
See how the G, see the top of the G, how it goes over the top, there's a little star where the dolphin's eye would be?
Yeah.
And it's a bottlenose dolphin.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see that in the video
I do see what you're talking about.
But I always thought that was a dolphin. Yeah.
And the ship's a wiener.
This is boring. I'd much rather play Centipede. Centipede is my favorite things coming down at me game. By far.
Oh look, it's one of the fruits from Pac-Man.
I know.
That's a weird looking fruit. I always wondered what fruit that was.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's like a banana that's on fire.
I think it's a shovel. Might be a shovel.
I thought it was a flame banana.
Yeah, the enemies just, they shoot too much. And you move too slow. It's not really satisfying.
And it's boring.
Yeah,
it's just, if I played this way back in the day,
I mean,
like
at
1980,
this time,
I'd be like, this is boring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Pac-Man. What's the point of this? I think you could play Centipede by now, though.
Yeah.
God, it just destroys this.
Well, Centipede, I think it might have been quite a bit before this. But at this time, they could have made something that wasn't like Space Invaders.
Yeah.
But,
like...
And less like Galaga.
How could this game not be improved by the ability to move your ship ahead a little bit? Make your ship move ahead a little bit. Make it a little bit faster. And make the enemies scroll down quicker. There you go. The game's like a point better out of 10. It's like, it's not hard to do.
That's stuff they discovered it later.
No, man. In Centipede, you could go forward a
little
bit.
Yeah, right. God.
It's just... Centipede's cool because it's like... You know that game Snake? You know, where you're like a moving snake.
No.
You never played
Yeah,
Snake?
yeah, I know, yeah.
Everyone's played Snake on a PC at some point.
Yeah,
It was kind of like that because you controlled like a ring, you controlled like a marching band of little dots, and you can move around. And the more you moved around, the more you opened yourself up to attack. So it was cool. And the enemies were like coming down at you, and they were going around their own little maze too, kind of little blocks. We're here to beat that. Instead, we have Galaxian. Who are they? The Galaxians, or am I the Galaxian?
Is the boss, or the two bosses up there Galaxian?
I don't know.
Are they I think the bugs are Galaxians. Because it sounds like an alien name.
Oh. Could be like, I wish I had a Yara's Revenge thing, where I had to trick them into shooting a block that would eventually shoot a beam at them. Some kind of... Here's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite on here. It's amazing.
This is a very innovative thing.
I know, look at it.
Yeah, I know.
It's very good looking. Whoa, it just immediately slams your face with color.
This is so ahead of its time, because the controls are the same as Crazy Taxi on iOS.
Well, I'll tell you, it's you're collecting these flags, right? And once you collect all the flags, you go to the next stage. But these cars are just... See, look at this. They're coming around these corners, and they're forcing you into boulders and shit. And if you press the fire button, you can leave smoke behind to stop them. But that takes fuel. And it's just hilarious, because you get really into it, and they come right around a corner and smash into you.
Yeah.
It's, like, really shocking.
You know, they tried this zoomed-in sort of large maze sort of point of view for a Pac-Man game, and that was terrible.
Yeah? Which one was that?
One of the stupid reboots. Like, they remade it a bunch of times with weird new mechanics, and, like, none of them are really worth playing compared to the original. Except for Championship Edition. Look at those trees.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
some
really,
Game Maker shit.
It's fantastic looking.
I know.
And yeah, I do have a little radar.
Like, again,
I'm not following it.
Yeah. Again, it's ahead of its time because the graphics look like something made in Game Maker.
And you have a radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The radar is cool.
Another thing
like it wouldn't be reasonable without the radar.
Your fuel level, like you're wasting fuel by driving and by doing this, right? But your score increases depending on how little fuel you use. So that's really cool.
Oh yeah, and the P flag is an item in Smash Brothers too.
Yeah.
You know, that was revealed before Pac-Man, and that's what got everyone thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
I
why
mean, it was kind of obvious after that point.
That's why everyone thinks there's going to be a Rhythm Heaven character.
Yes,
because there's Rhythm Heaven enemies in Smash Run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten pretty far in it. The farther you go, like after this, the green blocks are red, and there's more boulders, and other stuff keep happening. Like it gets progressively tougher. I haven't played enough to see if it goes on forever, but this is the one I play the most on this whole little console. And I'm blue, and they're red. I think they're communist.
Now, like this, these graphics don't sit well with me because the green squares imply that it's just grass, and there's no reason for you not to be driving over it.
Well, they changed color.
I know.
So it's just a green wall.
But it's like grass that turns into lava.
I don't know.
And maybe you're not driving on the grass because you want to prepare yourself for when it turns into lava. You don't want to be driving all over the grass and then have it turn into lava and you're like, oh my god, how did this even happen? This is so, like, geologically impossible.
God will just come down and say, the grass is now lava. I'm like, oh shit! Damn it! It was right on the grass when he said that.
The world is now set to hard mode.
Enjoy.
Uh-oh, glitch.
Yeah. Yeah. that up.
Who cares if the graphics in this game glitch up? Oh, you're moving slightly
It's
fast.
getting faster. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. This is F-Zero. Whoa.
Now you're just in a desert. It's the same thing. Like, but oh, and the trees are something now. They're barnacles.
I think it's flowers.
This is like Metroid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Oh god, what do you do? Okay. That's what you do.
Uh-oh, this is horrible. Damn it. Damn it.
Man, they should make a Rally X Championship Edition DX Plus.
Championship addiction.
Ah.
Yeah, imagine how fast this could get, and how zoomed out it could get, and still being able to see it because of the resolution.
Uh-huh.
And how many cars there could be after you.
If it was fully zoomed out, that'd be, well, at least zoomed out twice as much. It'd be...
Mr. Digger. Dig Dug. Captain Drill.
Oh, man.
The subterranean hero. Just pop these guys.
Yeah.
We'll vacuum.
This one I like.
This is one of those games where I just have a real hard time imagining where they got the idea.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems really astounding that you could come up with this, because he looks like he's a spaceman that digs into the surface of Mars and kills aliens with a vacuum cleaner that's set to reverse.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of deflate when you do it. It's kind of weird.
Everything's a balloon.
And basically what you're actually trying to do is to stop the dragon from getting to the surface.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they were thinking when they made this, but it's good.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
And the rocks fall when you move under them. And
No, it's amazing.
it's just a bunch of random shit thrown together.
All in one game.
But yeah, it's got some pretty game feel stuff going on too. Like, they could have just had you shoot the enemies, but instead you gotta hook a inflator into them and pump the action button and gotta press it repeatedly to make them explode. It's just like, as weird and fetishistic as it is, it's another example of just like,
oh, damn it! Yeah, and the enemies the enemies can shift in and out of this reality to go to other places.
Yeah.
What's up with that? How can they can dimensionally be non-constant? I don't know what's going on there. Look at this shit. Yeah, and you're digging your own way, so you're building your own maze.
Yeah.
So there's strategy in how you build the maze.
You're building a maze for the enemies to go through.
I know. It's like you have to know, like, kind of the strategies for digging to make it so enemies have a harder time with you.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go.
Yeah. How do you climb like that?
I don't know.
I think you got your hands on one side of the tunnel and your legs on the other.
See, that's why I always thought it was in space. I thought it was on another planet with less gravity.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. It's kind of... Because these things never really felt like they were Earth things to me. I always thought they were aliens. See, they got the little suit on.
Yeah.
I always thought this was in space somewhere. Like he was on Mars or some planet with lower gravity. Because I kind of have a spacesuit too.
It's impossible to tell though. Like they didn't feel obligated to explain it back then.
Oh. Well, it's more fun trying to come up with it yourself.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Damn it! Shit. What? Damn.
Ah, you screwed yourself.
Deflated my suit. Lost all my pressure. I just died.
Yeah. Like if I had to explain Dig Dug, I'd say it's like a Mars exploration thing. where you can
Okay.
walk on empty space.
Guarding this hole.
Look, let me see. You can do this.
Yeah.
Right.
That's because there's less gravity.
But there's not no gravity.
I know, but it's little. His suit has a little jetpack thing on the bottom with puffs of air. Give him really accurate control of where he's going. Like.
Oh, this is hard to move. I gotta lock it between my thighs to.
Yeah, it's a little. It's a little weird square gate stick. I don't know. It's probably every one of these games probably had a unique stick.
I get
but
it.
this is try to like a compromise between all the sticks. Because this is like a bunch of different games in one.
Oh, what? Is this? Oh, this is a diamond gate.
Yeah, it's square gate, but it's turned. Like a square is a diamond.
I know.
Yeah.
But they call it diamond gate.
Yeah, I know.
It's, you know, when I first got my pro hardcore gaming arcade stick, I was a little off put by the square gate, and you know, after going back to diamonds, it's actually easier to control with a square gate.
I know.
It's a little weird how that works, but you just don't feel locked in as much, and you can turn easier.
Some people have octagonal gate.
Yeah, that's fine.
I never used it. Oh, well, probably used it in arcade. Never realized.
Yeah. You know, that's just rounder, and
every arcade machine we had to use was a retarded baseball bat stick. God.
yeah.
What was the idea there? What? Oh, well, we had to make a big baseball bat stick for Americans so they can fit their big fat cheeseburger grabbing hand over it. Their cheeseburger grabber over it.
How can a hand that grabs cheeseburgers control such a small, spindly little joystick? You gotta make something manlier.
The Japanese sophisticates are used to holding wine glasses.
Yeah.
And this guy's getting away.
No! Pile of shit! Look at that smug face. Shit! What garbage person. If I met him on the street, I'd kill him. I'd inflate him.
I think he belongs in a garbage can.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where my inflation fetish came from.
I'm sure this ruined a lot of lives.
No! Stop going fast!
Get him!
200 points. Eat it.
That's probably not points, that's probably space credits or something that he can spend on the mothership on supplies and things.
No.
Imagine if Namco had have used Dig Dug for a realistic next-gen reboot as a third-person shooter.
Oh, now the colors change.
The third-person shooter 2012 Dig Dug that they just called Dig Dug 2012 because it didn't have a title under it. Has you digging realistic land surfaces and like chipping away at it with an axe and shit and a pickaxe and lighting your way with torches and shit.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It always perplexed me why Namco just chose Pac-Man to just be the one that gets shit on. Like, it's funny they never shit on Dig Dug.
It's the first.
I know.
It's the most popular. It's
Dig Dug's popular as hell. Everyone knows what Dig Dug is.
Not as popular as Pac-Man. If you saw a pizza with a slice taken out of it, you wouldn't think that looks like Dig Dug.
No, that's because Dig Dug looks like a marshmallow.
You'd think that looks like Pac-Man, or that looks like Mario, or that looks like Chuck E. Cheese, but like any of the truly famous mascots can be seen in pizza.
Yes, truly famous mascots always look like food.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Dig Dug man, Dig Dugger, looks like a deformed marshmallow, and marshmallows are not food.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to eat them. They're for burning at a campfire.
And
Don't eat them.
Mario looks like an Italian.
Yes, and they're food too. Remember, people, burn the marshmallow with the campfire. Don't eat it. Just burn it.
I used to do that sometimes, actually. Just burn a marshmallow.
Just not eat it. Just continue burning it and leave it.
Because it looks cool. It bloats up and gets all weird.
Much like the enemies in this game.
I know. Oh! That's where the idea came from.
What?
Okay, they were at a campfire, and they were cooking marshmallows. Somebody threw one into the fire, killed it, and it blew up and exploded. And that's where the idea for Dig Dug came. He could just float to the surface.
I know, you have to, like...
That's garbage.
If he's the last one alive, he does that. I noticed. So you have to manage whatever one's the last one alive. You want the last one alive to be the guy at the bottom. Because then he has the hardest time getting up.
Yeah.
And I think the Dig Dugger's suit is also trans-dimensional. Because he can get hit by the trans-dimensional forms of these ghosts. Like, look.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's at a different matter density, right, to fly through that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, this is like a trans-phasic suit.
Oh, this is stupid. This is dumb. This is...
You can get him if you just... I think you could have got him.
Yeah, if the stick didn't fumble there, I could have got him. Oh.
Get used to that 90-degree turn square gate.
Yeah, I know.
It's once you get used to it, you'll realize how it's not that good. Don't worry, you won't get used to it.
Yeah, okay.
Here comes Bosconian. My second favorite on here. This is ugly as hell.
Yeah,
Why did they make it like this? Here, Bosconian, have no fun edition. No fun here.
Look at these retro pixel graphics.
I know.
Like this is what I remember. These gigantic squares making up everything. What the hell is this? This is too high resolution.
I don't know how...
Is this modern?
I don't know how they could have a boring-ass Galaxian as a space shooter, and then have this amazing space shooter, and then somehow think Galaxian's good. This is their space shooter as far as I'm concerned, not Galaxian. Look at this shit.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
It's got bosses with
yeah, and you shoot
with parts.
Both. You shoot in two directions.
And you can shoot the core.
I know, you shoot the core. This is like an amazing idea. And they also have the famous Phoenix Lights UFOs here. The big V UFOs.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though it was really just swamp gas in Phoenix, Arizona on that night.
Well,
where everyone saw
they're all
it.
swamp guys. Oh shit!
Look, they attack.
Formation attack.
They attack in formation.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
This is like the future is now.
Wow.
The future is now.
I prefer Galaxian for space shooting. It's much better. Much better game there.
Yeah. Hitboxes. This is nothing like Crimson Clover.
No, it's not.
Like, why can't they just make the hitbox smaller? Then they can put more bullets. All I need is bullets.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Forget everything else, just put bullets on the screen and I'm happy.
Just pretend that the stars are.
Well, oh yeah, yeah.
Don't run over those stairs. Ah, you're dead.
Oh, I'm dead, yeah.
In our minds. Oh, now you're really dead in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I do sympathize with people's concern over bullet hell taking over the genre. Because, like, we'll really never see anything like Bosconian or Gradius anymore. It's like nothing with weird ideas. Like you have like R-type ripoffs and stuff like that. They're just basic and usually a ripoff of something else. But like all the original ideas are done for bullet hell, and even that's usually just patterns and scoring systems and stuff that like nothing but the most hardcore of the hardcore really cares about.
In addition to shooting the core here, you can shoot all the little nacelles around it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's
there's two ways to kill it. which is cool.
It's doing more with what you're given for extra points. It's an arcade thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You showed that Galaxian who was boss.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, Galaxian. I'm Bosconian. They're from Galaxia, and I'm from Boscone.
I'm from Bosco.
I kind of thought it would be Boscon.
Yeah. This would be so much better with A-Way movement, though.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But I guess they couldn't do that. Oh.
Oh.
Shit. I think I'm... Yeah. We're back to Knit Story.
No, we're back to...
Among other retro things.
We're back to the Macintosh version of Bosconian.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're in a black and red edgy Bosconian.
Mm-hmm. We're in Bosconian for IBM PCs.
And a few AM radio stations.
Yeah.
Playable over FM.
Another problem is the ship, like the enemy, the Bosconians are always facing one way.
You're the Bosconian.
Like, the enemy ships have all these angles they can fly in, but I can only move in 4 directions. And,
Too bad. Suck it up, Buttercup.
And the bosses only have one orientation.
Artificial difficulty.
No, it's artificial easiness.
I wish it was harder. I wish I could only move left or right.
Yeah. I wish you could only move left and right and shoot left and right. So if all the bosses didn't spawn on your horizontal plane, it was impossible. Formation attack.
I wish
missiles.
I wish the gamers of today would stop complaining that something isn't fair.
Yeah, I know.
I never used to do that. You just played with what you were given. Like it was much better when you were constricted rather than empowered. I don't like being empowered by a game.
Yeah.
That's not why I play it. I play it to experience the rules of the universe.
I would take, like, 50 bullshit moments over, absolutely zero difficulty any day.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Dead Space had that one, shooting section that I hate.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it with every fiber of my being. But it's necessary for having a hard game.
Mm-hmm.
And that game was challenging, and, it, like...
Did you play
imagine that never happens.
Did you play any of the really hard modes? You know, there's modes, I think, with limited saves. There has a whole bunch of really crazy Capcom-esque modes in it.
Yeah.
The first Dead Space.
Yeah.
That's why it's one of my favorite games of last gen. I still play it every once in a while. It's good.
Oh man, this is a lot of Bostonians.
It's just, it reminds me of third-person Doom when Doom was good.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's kind of... It's less monster closet-y than Doom 3, actually. And this is a horror game. And I don't even really consider it a horror game just because I like fighting the things. It's fun. It's fun to kill the enemies in Dead Space. But then they had to go turn it into...
Oh, shit.
They had to go turn it into a co-op third-person shooter... A bro-op game.
Yeah.
Why? God damn it. Damn it. Shit. Why? And it had 0G sections, too. They're pretty cool. Remember how you had to conserve air when you're outside? There, you had to look at your air level on the back of your suit. Oh, and they put the health meters on the back of your suit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The interface in that was really cool.
And the menus, they don't freeze the game. The enemies are still coming at you when you're selecting weapons.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's great. I don't know what happened. Mm-hmm. Well, I know what happened. EA happened, but...
That said, bullshit minigames, not a fan.
No.